Triple H objects to Money in the Bank plans, plus future plans for a potential Money in the Bank winner have been revealed, and an AEW legend was injured on Dynamite. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Money in the Bank is mere hours away now. We've seen the great and the good of the wrestling glitterati arriving in the UK. And Cultaholic lads, I believe, already starting to make their way there as we speak.
They sure are.
So we're going to be in good voice. Ross, Fraser, Dan from our editing team, I believe.
We got Joel, we got Ryan, the most handsome man in the world.
Oh, my days. We're in good form. We'll look forward to seeing you all in London for Money in the Bank. However, there have been quite a lot of discussions as to who is leaving the UK with that briefcase in their baggage. Who are some of the front runners at time of recording?
Well, this comes from Worked Wrestling. They say, while LA Knight and Damian Priest are the current favourites to win the upcoming Money in the Bank match, there have been internal pitches to give the win to Logan Paul. Some feel that Paul holding the briefcase would bring publicity and put more eyes on the company.
Now, one person not happy with that pitch is Paul Levesque, aka Creative Man Triple H. Better wrestling experience say that Triple H does not want Logan Paul to win the briefcase, despite creative pressure for that to happen. Ooh, I can see it from both sides.
I agree. Reading this as well, I can see it from both sides. Obviously, I think a lot of us sort of speculating on who could be the winner for Money in the Bank, and talking about Logan Paul in that picture, I think a lot of us have said it would be a great way for WWE to expand their outreach amongst people who maybe aren't really familiar with the wrestling. If you see this person, Logan Paul, who's one of the most popular YouTubers in the world, most watched YouTubers in the world. Popular might not be the right word, but one of the most watched ones.
Popular, I don't like him. What? We knew what you meant.
Yeah, of course. And to get more eyes on the briefcase, to get more eyes on WWE for people who perhaps don't necessarily watch wrestling. It's not a bad thing for from a company standpoint, at least anyway.
WWE's ethos has always been to try and convert non-wrestling fans into wrestling fans. That's why, you're seeing them on the media circuit at the moment, and you're seeing, so Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch were on Talk Sport yesterday, as opposed to doing random wrestling YouTube channels and stuff like that, because they're converting new people to become wrestling fans, and Logan Paul winning the briefcase would do that. Should Logan Paul win the briefcase on Saturday, a better wrestling experience have revealed some potential future plans should Logan Paul do it. The plan would be to start a rivalry with LA Knight.
Oh my goodness.
Who is without doubt the other name that people would love to see grab that briefcase on Saturday.
Yeah, I think he's my number one pick at least to do it. I was thinking about this as well. I was like, if the possibility of Logan Paul winning the briefcase happens, if he does win the briefcase, could there be maybe potentially a thing down the line, as we saw with Otis and The Miz, where The Miz finally won the right to hold the Money in the Bank briefcase after beating Otis for it? Maybe that's the way you get around it. If they do have Logan Paul win, have Logan win, go around all these different places promoting it, and then eventually down the line have LA Knight win it off him. But I'd prefer, as a wrestling fan, I'd prefer LA Knight just to win it on Saturday. But anything can happen in the world wrestling entertainment.
I had a horrible thought about anything happening in the world wrestling entertainment before I came down to sit next to your good self. Obviously there's lots of conversations about Logan Paul possibly winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, and there was also reports earlier in the week about WWE planning a shock upset at Money in the Bank.
Don't you dare utter the words cash in, Tom. If he wins it, don't you dare utter those words cash in.
What if Logan Paul wins the world title on Saturday?
I mean, again, from a business standpoint. But also, we don't want another champion within the company who doesn't often defend the title.
That would be hilarious.
It would.
Logan Paul disappears after becoming world champ. Triple H comes out and Raw goes, fine, here's another one. Don't run off with that one. Absolutely livid. I've made 3 belts this year, flipping heck, and the rest. I mean, let's not think on that.
Let's not think on that.
I think The vanity is LA Knight. The insanity is Logan Paul.
Yes,
in terms of
for sure.
The booking there.
For sure.
Let's talk AEW. Tony Khan put out a tweet before Dynamite saying that Britt Baker was not cleared to compete in her Owen Hart tournament match against Ruby Soho. The match has been moved to next week, and this happens in the same few days that Adam Cole turned up to Forbidden Door with chills and a fever and was sent home again. So presumably Britt Baker has caught a little bit of whatever Adam Cole had.
Yeah, Adam was on Dynamite last night, so it sort of signifies perhaps it hopefully is a quick recovery process for Britt Baker, and we do see her back next week for that Owen Hart opening women's tournament match, which should be nice.
Hopefully. In terms of recovery, one AEW legend is going to need to take a little bit of time to recover. Who are we talking about, Andrew?
We're talking about Tony Schiavone's favourite wrestler, Sting!
Imagine Tony Schiavone going to a Police concert.
Now, that's something I would genuinely like to see now you've said that.
Who wouldn't?
Right, so last night Sting dove off a ladder and he put Sammy Guevara through a table. He appeared to fall short on the dive, though. The tables looked like they were set up quite a distance away. We get a good camera angle, sort of like from almost like an aerial shot, and you see the distance between the ladder in the ring and Sting on it and the tables and where Sammy Guevara is placed. They looked a little bit too far away from the ring. Sting did it anyway. The mentalist.
Had the one table been at the front of the other one, I think it would have been all right. But when that first angle they caught, which was like from like the worm's eye camera, which shows Sting flying into Sammy Guevara, it looks like it doesn't quite connect, but it looks it looks like most of it did. But then when they do the bird's eye camera, you see that other table, you could take it back to the shop for a refund, like barely touched. And Sting addressed this particular incident when the cameras went off on Dynamite.
He did. He said, "I'm going to have a bunch of stitches in my lip, and one of my teeth seemed halfway knocked out, but it was worth it to do it right here." And as you can see when you watch it back as well on the dive, it does look like he sort of clips his top lip a little bit maybe on the table that doesn't break, and it looks brutal, but my goodness gracious me, is that man still pulling it out the bag? It's insane.
Absolutely is. Sting, you mad lad. Take it easy. Go and have a Horlicks, matey. I beg you. I beg you. Last night, Adam Pacitti gave us the Road to Elite mode from AEW's new video game, Fight Forever. 3 hours of gameplay waiting for you on the Cultaholic YouTube channel right now. I'm going to have a little go on Twitch later.
Are you having a go on Twitch? You are...
I don't want
to say.
You are a piece of trifle.
I feel like you're a connoisseur of the classic video games. I don't want to say that you're old or anything, because you're not, you know?
I'm old,
You're
mate.
a sprightly young age of 25.
That's right.
And but you just enjoy some of the more retro things in life.
Well, No Mercy was my bag growing up. So when you're releasing a game that you say is very akin to No Mercy, I'm like, all right, I'll play your game, you rogue. We'll have a go today at 1 o'clock BST. No judgment, no, nothing going into it. We'll play it. We'll see how we get on, and we'll hopefully have a nice time, because I like a new wrestling game in the market. Always good fun. We'll see how we get on with this one. Come by if you're on the fence about buying it, and we'll have a nice honest chat about it together. You can check out Fraser Porter doing just that as well on the YouTube channel right now as well. A full in-depth review of Fight Forever. We'll have some gameplay on Twitch at 1 p.m. twitch.tv/Cultaholic. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
Love you, bye.